Okay, so after 11 years, Felt finally returns with the track Name in Your Mouth. If you aren't aware who Felt is or are, it is a group comprised of Slug of Atmosphere and MURS, both of whom are some of my favorite rappers in the independent/underground scene. This is 11 years since Felt 3. Kind of a backstory on Felt in general is that Felt 1 came out in 2002, I believe, and that was Felt 1, a tribute to Christina Ricci. Then there was Felt 2 in 2005, which was a tribute to Lisa Bonet. And then Felt 3 in 2009, which was a tribute to Rosie Perez. The first two Felt projects were fully produced by Ant, who is the producer of Atmosphere. Atmosphere is two people, in case you think it's only Slug. And then Felt 3 was produced by Aesop Rock. I, as well as a lot of people, didn't really gravitate as much towards Felt 3, mostly because Aesop Rock has this production style that's a little bit hard to get into right away. Going back now, I really do enjoy it, and it was a good album and doesn't deserve the hate that it got when it first came out. But now that Felt has returned and they've got Ant producing it again, it's pretty exciting. This, I hope, leads into a Felt 4 project because, like I said, it's been 11 years. These two are two of my favorite rappers, and Felt is my favorite duo. So I really just want this to happen. Anyways, they just dropped the song Name in Your Mouth, and it's not a song that has a particularly dense lyrical content to it, but I'm going to break it down anyways. So let us begin. First thing I want to talk about, actually, before I even get into the lyrics, is the beat is dope. Like, it is a really solid beat. Now, let's get into lyrics. First one comes from Slug. Somebody said that money is the root of all evil. Yeah, I guess it is. That's why I came to the party dressed like an exorcist. And we can get down, get off the furniture. I don't believe in you because I don't see a curvature. I'm not perfect, but I got purpose. Hold your drink up like you don't know what thirst is. F what you heard. We just fire like a furnace is. Name in your mouth like it's permanent on surfaces. Dynamite, you felt euphoria. Time took flight, but I'm walking like a warrior. Even when I'm gone, I'm a drug on these beats. Shit, I might as well draw a slug on your teeth. In this intro, or this introduction verse, I guess, throughout it, Slug has this voice effect on him that kind of makes it sound like he's on a microphone, which is pretty cool. The first line, money is the root of all evil. Yeah, I guess it is. But then when he says he's coming to the party dressed like an exorcist, he's there to... It's weird. It's like he's expelling the evil of money. But as a rapper, you kind of need the money. It also kind of plays on the idea that, or like the Joey Badass song, where he says, money is the root of all evil. I guess money is the root of all people. Something like that. So basically just evil is within all these people and is due to money. Slug is here to exorcise them of this evil. We can get down. The scene that they're kind of setting here is more of like a concert or a party. I'm choosing to believe that it's more of a party setting because just the rest of the lyrics kind of feel that way. Yeah, we can get down, so we can party. Get off the furniture, straightforward. I mean, like if this is a house party, yo, get off my couch, bro. Why you got your shoes on my couch? I'm not perfect, but I got a purpose. This is kind of something that he's been saying for years now, so that's expected to be heard. Hold your drink up like you don't know what thirst is. When you go to shows, people will be holding their drink up like, yeah, like, and they're trying, like some people are doing that to try to get attention from the person performing, and they have that thirst. They're like, hey man, just pay attention to me, you know what I mean? Name in your mouth like it's permanent on surfaces. Kind of like they want, or Slug saying, you're gonna have my name in your mouth as if it's like stained on your teeth. Like, you're going to remember my name. Even when I'm gone, I'm a drug on these beats. I mean, he's like a drug on these beats. So when you hear these sorts of beats, like the only person in your head will be Slug. Like, this is the only image in your head. Like, you can only hear his voice on these beats. Also, like, the drug on these beats, or drug part can be talking about you felt euphoria. Or maybe the euphoria part is because they got some sort of attention. I don't know. And then the last line of his verse, shit, I might as well draw a slug on your teeth. That's a bunch of things. So first, Slug is his name. Drawing a slug on your teeth kind of goes into the permanent on surfaces line where, like, in my mind, he's saying it's going to stain your teeth and it's just going to be there forever. But also, just because he says shit, it could literally be shit. I don't think that's what he was going for, but who knows. Next verse is from MURS. Brief introduction, invite you to the function. Come up in this house, you better not touch nothing. I'm slow dancing with my chick. Tell the DJ to play, remember to forget. Two-step into my own jam. Now, I'm drinking on my porch, I'm a grown man. Hella hungry like the days I had no fans. About to hit that Taco Bell up off of Rosecrans. Ain't no food trucks in my hood. Ain't no hipsters where I stay in Inglewood. Still in these streets, just so it's understood. Felt for the people, cause you know that we would. MURS actually does a really good job of introducing himself here. He kind of sets these guidelines for this house party. Like, don't touch shit. He's slow dancing with his chick. I mean, okay. Tell the DJ to play Remember to Forget, though. So, Remember to Forget is essentially like, it is a song that MURS wrote back on Love and Rockets Volume 1, which I believe dropped in either 2009 or 2011. Remember to Forget is a song about getting over a breakup or getting out of some sort of relationship with someone that really isn't good for you. Like, you have these feelings for this person, but it's really in your best benefit. Like, it will really benefit you to not associate yourself with them anymore. I think the chorus is like, I keep forgetting to remember to forget. The fact that he's slow dancing with this chick and telling the DJ to play Remember to Forget kind of means that he's back in that place where he's like, yo, why am I dancing with you? Like, I have to remind myself, like, play the song so I can remember to forget all this stuff about you. Now I'm drinking beer on the porch, I'm a grown man. This to me makes it seem like that first part of the song was in the past, which, I mean, Remember to Forget was a song about his past, so it could be. Plus that song was like about 10 years old now, so. Hella hungry, like the days I had no fans. MURS in the last year or so has been, maybe 2 years, has been going on this rampage essentially, like really building up his fan base and really connecting with his fans, and I really appreciate it. I just haven't had the time to really sit down and enjoy it with them. I've just been busy. Like, he's on Twitch nearly every day rapping and just hanging out with fans. He has a Patreon. Go, if you can, go support him. He goes on to mention that he's gonna hit the Taco Bell because there's no food trucks in his hood. There's no hipsters in his hood. He's from Inglewood, or he's in Inglewood. He's basically saying there are still places that aren't super gentrified. There's no hipsters there. Still in the streets so that it's understood. Fell for the people because you know that we would. This is kind of talking about all the stuff that's been happening. That's my thoughts on it, at least. Like, the protests are happening. He isn't necessarily talking about himself, but talking about the community. You have people who stay in Inglewood that are out in the streets for Black Lives Matters. So that's like, yo, we still in these streets, just so it's understood. And we felt for the people because you knew that we would. We, him and Slug, are the people who are going to they're going to feel for all these people who have been wronged, essentially, and have been murdered. They felt for these people. That's also a play on their duo name. This goes into the chorus. Lock it down, then I'm breaking on out. It ain't a party till we making them shout. You never tell them what the game is about. You just trying to put your name in their mouth. Lock it down, then I'm breaking on out. It ain't a party till you making them shout. You never tell them what the game is about. You just trying to put your name in their mouth. And then it just kind of goes, put your name in their mouth, put your name in their mouth, and kind of repeats itself a few times. That one kind of makes it a little bit more obvious that, yes, this is a party. Like, you can kind of think of them in their younger days, I guess. Like, they have this hunger and they want people to have their names in their mouths. Like, word of mouth, essentially. So when you have people who know your name and actually like you, like, they're going to remember your name. And then they're going to talk about you to other people, which, word of mouth, it really spreads that sort of like idea and thought of you. I mean, I think that's where they're going with that. Then we get into the third verse, which is from MURS again. Why you talking all loud for? You the type that like to gossip till your mouth sore. TMZ meets TMJ. I'm from the L.A. and homie we don't play. Playing oldies on Sunday on my Art Bow. Then Jose texts me time to start the show. I'm backstage off that Jameson as usual. Another show sold out. It's so beautiful. Real heads, real rap, real shit. The radio still don't feel this. They only fuck with the famous and the rich. I just came to put my name on your lips. This verse is kind of like a progression. So in the first set of verses that we got, they were at a house party, or a house party or something, like a small venue. Now they're at the point where they've reached this level where they're selling out shows and they have people that work for them and with them. Like they have, like MURS has Jose. He also mentions the radio, which at this point we understand as more like fans of independent and underground rap. You're not looking to the radio to hear these songs. You know the radio will never play these songs because the radio only plays songs that get people to listen and tune in. And the radio only plays those songs because the record labels pay the radio stations to play these songs. That's why I like satellite radio, because they have a little bit more flexibility with that, and it's kind of based on the DJ himself rather than who's paying him. Anyways, you the type that like to gossip till your mouth sore, TMZ meets TMJ. TMZ is a gossip site. But, I mean, they do tend to have pretty reputable sources on things that are actually proven. Meets TMJ. TMJ, I looked it up. It is temporomandibular joint dysfunction. What that means is your jaw is sore. Like your mouth hurt, like due to some sort of inflammation. So gossiping until your mouth sores, or gossiping until you have TMJ, like that's just funny. Another sold out show, it's so beautiful. Like that's just a nice thing. Like I don't know anyone who performs that would be like upset that their show is sold out. Unless they really just wanted to get as many people in as possible. Then I can see that. But considering now we can't really have too many people in crowded areas, sold out shows are probably gonna be like 10 people. I just came to put my name on your lips. MURS is, I think he's most well known for his work with Living Legends and all the smaller like independent festivals that he's been either working for or like part of. Paid Dues, I mean that was his festival. He basically finds ways to put his name in your mouth. Like I think back in the day, like he used to slang tapes out of his car too. Like, or I might be misremembering it, but you know, like that's something that a lot of people did when they were starting up. The whole gist of it is like, we're doing this so that we get more fans. Moving on to the fourth verse from Slug. It's almost time for the rooster, feeling like an alien, trying to get used to driving a minivan. I've arrived from the future, this shit was so accurate. I'm still on the south side of Minneapolis. Mind tricks the body thinks the mind's crazy. I'm guessing that my wife probably wants another baby. Sometimes I feel like life got me gridlocked, like Tupac mixed with Tim Roth. Let me live, ma. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're living swell. Or at least you got your people out the pits of hell. Carve my name into the wall inside that wishing well. And when it touched you in the guts, this was the shit you felt. This one's a little bit more vague, I guess. So, time for the rooster feeling like an alien. It's time to wake up. Getting used to driving a minivan. He is a father. And in his recent raps, like I haven't mentioned it before, but in his recent raps, he's been talking about the aspects of being a dad a lot more. And just being a man in his 40s. He arrived from the future. This shit was so accurate. I mean, he kind of knew where this was going to go. This honestly is a lot more straightforward. Yeah, no, I mean, this one's a bit more straightforward. Not much to say regarding Slug's second verse on this. Mind tricks the body thinks the mind's crazy. That kind of sounds like a Jedi mind tricks reference, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what he was going for or not. He's still in the south side of Minneapolis. I mean, he made a whole album titled Southsiders. And he has dedicated like other albums to Minneapolis. So it's a thing. When he says like Tupac mixed with Tim Roth, let me live, ma. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're doing swell. Or at least you got your people out the pits of hell. That line is kind of analogous to what MURS said, or MURS's verse. Like they are at this point where they're still performing, and Slug is the type of dude that's just gonna ask you these questions like, you know, hey, how you doing? It feels more like this is the point of his career where he's at. Like, this is the type of stuff that he does. Like, he's a lot more personable, I'd say. And when it touched you in the guts, that was the shit you felt. That one is another call towards their group name. When it touched you in the guts, meaning their words or their songs, that is, you know, that's something that you really felt. Like, it hit you. And then it goes into the chorus again, which, same thing. And then the part that got me the most excited was the outro. It goes 1, then comes the 2 to the 3, felt 4. I don't know if this really confirms felt 4 or not, but I think it does. Based on these lyrics, I think this actually might just be a tribute to really just what's happening right now. I don't know if they're probably going to find a specific person to dedicate this to, like they have the previous ones. But, you know, seeing as they are older now, and it's been 11 years, like, I don't know that they would want to dedicate it to a woman in their lives as much at this point. I feel like it's going to be a more, I don't want to say like dad rap, but like not, I don't want to say that in like a negative connotation. Like, dad rap is fun. Like, I get it. I understand the purpose of it, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit of that mixed in with some social commentary, because both of these guys have actually been really outspoken online about all the stuff that's happening. So it very well could be. I don't really have much else to add in terms of like breaking down the song, but I really enjoyed the song. The whole thing feels like it's a story of their career so far. So like the first 2 verses that we get from them are about them in their younger days and what they had to do when they were starting out as rappers. They probably started at small house parties, and then as time went on, they got to where they are currently, where they're selling out shows. I really enjoyed the song. The beat's dope, the lyrics are dope. Like, they're not super crazy deep, but they're good. They're good beat, lyrics. And they just both flow really well over the beat. One thing that I mentioned earlier is that Slug's vocals on the first verse sounded kind of like they weren't mixed as well, which, like, I assumed it was intentional because it kind of sounded like a microphone. And now looking at it, it could just be that, like, yo, maybe they're just trying to emulate the sound of back then, like when they had to perform at house parties. When it gets to Slug's second verse, you do see, like, it does, the vocals get a bit more crisp. I don't know if that was intentional or if I'm just making it up in my head. I could just be hearing things. That's a very strong possibility. I haven't really gone outside anytime recently, so I don't know. But that's my thoughts on that vocal effect, at least. But overall, yeah, the song is really dope, and it makes me really excited for the potential Felt 4 album. I don't know when we'll get it. I don't know if we'll get it, but I'm excited nonetheless. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this track, and if there's anything else that I probably missed or need to kind of break down further. But like I mentioned, it is a pretty straightforward track. The lyrics aren't too crazy intricate. Let me know what you think, and also let me know if you're excited for Felt 4 or if you even care. I mean, it's been 11 years. I mean, I know there's dozens of Felt fans out there. Anyways, if you want to see more content like this where I break down a track, subscribe and also like this video. I also do other videos too, but you know. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there.